is the grand finale. Ahmedabad versus Bengaluru. Boom! Pass point to the Bengaluru Torpedoes. That absolute arrow down the line. And who did it come from?
Well, we know it's Setu. We know that behind the service line he's a threat, but on the front court as well, the super serve is going to start us off. But tonight for the Torpedoes, they're the best passing team in the league. Setu's the second best receiver, Pankaj the first. They're off to a good start.
That's going to be a RuPay on-the-go point. I like that first set. He's not one of their go-to offensive weapons, so to start the match using him in the front, that's really clever.
1-0 to Bengaluru in this grand finale. First time in the finals, the Torpedoes. Ahmedabad were here last time, stopped in the blocks by the Kolkata Thunderbolts. That man Manoj has rattled Bengaluru's cage with that punch.
Huge swing. That is a statement swing by Manoj. We know he and Daniel are two of the most offensively efficient and strong middles in the league. I think that's going to be a really important matchup here.
Manoj has been scoring at 59%, but the big thing is, if they can use the middle, there's more chance of a one-on-one on the outside, and they are quite small on the outside. The Ahmedabad defenders, Vishantosh and Nanda, both under 190.
Straight to the libero. Service is going to be so crucial. Here they come once again. The block was there. That is the first blockbuster block of this grand finale. Nanda Gopal and Manoj combining. You don't go past that duo, do you?
Big block. And again, the pocket rocket on the outside. Nanda. Someone's going to be aiming for him. This time it's Manoj who actually gets the big chunk of that. If I'm going up against those two, I would not be aiming at Manoj.
Great feet from Manoj, great hands dropping inside. He's had the perfect start to this, and most of the time he's the quiet one out of this team.
I can feel the tension in the air here in Kochi. Keeping it simple with the serves. Here comes Pankaj Sharma. The captain's away as well. He absolutely bludgeoned it. Pankaj Sharma, the super skipper of the Bengaluru Torpedoes.
Top passer in the league. He's in the top 10 spikers. Captain reliable. He had a huge evening in the semi-finals, top scoring. Question is, can he do it again? He's off to the perfect start.
Yeah, 12 points for him last time out. But I'm interested to see why the blockers were pulling their hands away. He's not normally the kind of player that's going for hands and block out. He had a lot of space there.
The first service ever of the night. Now, we've seen this about Bengaluru, Louis. They will keep going for their serves. It doesn't matter. These errors won't trouble them, or will they, since it's the final tonight?
Correct. Aggression and patience work together. They'll have their time. Maybe there's a few nerves at the moment. I know that D-Lee would have liked Setu or Mujib to get off to a good service run, but their time will come.
Great set. And there's enough on that spike. Just ricocheting off Daniel Montazeri's arm and giving Bengaluru another point. It's 3 apiece. It's going to be that kind of night.
And interestingly, that serve not super tough, but Manoj not known for his ace serves. He only has 1 ace so far, 4 errors, but 66 attempts, which means he's keeping the ball in play. But that's what's going to allow Bengaluru to get their offense running.
Absolutely. They're running the ball through the right side a lot because they know they have a physical strength against the block on that side. As we keep saying, the defender's slightly shorter on that wing.
Montazeri sets for Angamuthu. Very watchful, very cautious with that spike, Angamuthu. Once again, Bengaluru! They are setting the tone of this match. They want to control the narrative in the first set. It's 4-3 to the Torpedoes in the first set.
Pankaj is at it again. Hit him with a beautiful bump set. High. He doesn't try and swing steep. He goes high off the hands. And if he's playing like this, they can start to believe here, the defenders.
Pankaj, only the 7th best attacker, but he's at 51%. So he's really reliable in that spot. He's not super flashy. He's not trying to do anything really big. He's just going to score.
Straight serve, straight to Srikanth. Muthu sets it for Daniel. Oh! This time, Aliraza Avaluch was alert. Now, Avaluch has got friends in the high places at the net, a double block, denying Daniel a point.
A little bit of Iranian on Iranian affection there is what I'm going to call that. Those who have been looking forward to this matchup between themselves for a long time. I know both of them were eager to play each other in this final.
Mutu running the ball to the middle of the net is what he has to do, but they're equal to it. Now I'm worried about the defenders for the time being.
Not a bad one at all. Yes! Muthu to Angamuthu is a marriage that'll last forever. When those two combine, God help the defenders from Bengaluru.
And what a push. So much width and height, and that's something we talk about so much about this ball that Angamuthu needs. Width, height, speed. A little bit shaky there in the defense. A couple of Bengaluru players just watching that ball drop, but looking good for Angamuthu.
They've certainly improved defensively, the Torpedoes, but tonight will be a whole new test as Angamuthu gets underway with a big serve. 2 up, backhand for the very first time. Shut down.
Daniel Morazedi just is too good when he's blocking. It's 1-1 between the two Iranians.
Right, my mistake. I think that's Abaluch on the wing. From the left side, 2 up. The cover's good, but the block is excellent from Motazetti.
Daniel gets his revenge. I feel like we're going to see a lot of action between those two tonight.
Yep, that mega mini battle could really script a big win for either side. Here we go then. Here it comes once again. This time he found the angle, but there was cover at the back of the court. Angamuthu absolutely hammers it down the line. That's a sledgehammer from the angle man. Angamuthu just knew what he had to do. A RuPay on the go point that.
Brilliant from Angamuthu. He's done what he's done for most of the season. He's managed to stay high and find a swing. But I've got a feel for Avalanche, maybe his confidence might start to diminish with a couple of, one block and one dig against him.
Avalanche reaching to get that, but there's so much line available to Angamuthu, and if you give him that much, it's like giving candy to a baby. He will not let that go asking.
We didn't see this happening in the semi-finals. It took a while to get going, but tonight he looks switched on right from the word go. Oh, the block was there. Well done. Look at Daniel Motazetti. Once again, he's there. Always alert. Asking questions of the Bengaluru Torpedoes. It's just his presence that does the trick. You beauty, you Daniel Motazetti.
Well, a couple of points in a row that haven't looked super clean out of Bengaluru. This is a setting mistake. I think it's going to Jishnu, but he wasn't ready for it, so it ends up falling inside. That's going to be called an error, I think, on Ali, but that's really unfair because that's not his ball at all.
The problem we've got now is that the body language has sort of started to drop already. The confidence might go, but we know with the Torpedoes that when they're up against the wall, that's when they push harder and come back stronger.
Great serve once again, straight at the libero. Not a bad looking set, but the block once again! You cannot go past that Iranian wall, Daniel Motazetti. He's pumped up, he wants a big prize. At the halfway mark in the first set, the defenders from Ahmedabad lead by 3 points. Don't you go anywhere. It's going to be a magical night. Amul Cool technical timeout.
It's finals night in the RuPay Prime Volleyball League, powered by A23, and the Torpedoes have been deafened so far by Daniel Motazedi's blocking. Sensational, and it will be interesting to see how the Torpedoes respond.
Well, the scoring system a little bit different here in the finals. The playoff matches are best of 5 sets, so effectively you could play just 3. Gonna go to 15 points, but you have to win by 2. That's something that's different here in the finals that was not the case throughout the season, so you have to have that 2-point spread. As well, you're allowed 3 reviews. Each coach can call a review. Only the head coach can call it, but once it's taken, it's gone. Special guest in the stand. It's about time we say Guru's name, isn't it?
In a while.
I'm surprised you're still here, Keith.
Back set. Once again. Oh, we'll wait. The point to Ahmedabad. Pankaj Sharma trying to find that diagonal angle. Did he overcook it?
I think so, yes. It's interesting to see where the set was here and how stressed Pankaj was. It's another big serve. Angamutu's service run here is sensational. And Key?
Perfect placement. And again, I like that set, right? I think Ali got a couple of bad sets in a row, and now that good one to the right side is able to open up that offense.
There's Angamutu's service again, and, well, I'm intrigued to know what's happened there. The Torpedoes are not happy with that decision. Pankaj chatting away to the first referee, and this is the first, question that we've had. I don't know on first look what that was given for. I need to have another look. Pankaj looks a little bit dismayed, to say the least.
You know, his leadership will be tested in moments like these. Let's take a look what happened here.
Yeah, tough to tell from that angle, but from that angle, actually, it looks like the ball stayed on the side of Bengaluru and potentially player on Ahmedabad side reaching over. And the question is whether or not the setter blocked or the attacker got in the way.
Well, the lady to the right of your screen is the COO of RuPay, Mrs. Praveen Rai. So good to have you here, ma'am. And they've been steadfast supporters of this league. And, well, you can own a lot of the big moments from this league as an NFT, courtesy our NFT partners, TreasureClub.io. This is the grandest, glitziest party of them all. The Bengaluru Torpedoes trailing in the first set by 5 points. The Ahmedabad defenders have set the tone really. Boom! Yes, that's a sledgehammer from Jishnu.
And it was about time that the Torpedoes got off of that rotation. The angle man, a brilliant run of serves to pull the defenders away, and they managed to use the middle. They have to start doing the simple things well. The pass, get it in there so they can use the middle.
Yeah, and Jishnu, I feel, had a little bit of making up to do after missing that first ball that went right over his head. So to get that one-on-one, nice job there between Torpedoes.
The beautiful thing about the Torpedoes is that they can serve their way back into any game, but it looks as if there's a foot fault against Pankaj. Might need another look at that one as well.
Everything seems to be going the way of Ahmedabad right now, and the look on Daniel's face tells you everything you need to know. Things are just calm in that camp, whereas Bengaluru's side, they've just been a little bit cagey.
You think about nerves, the big occasion, how you handle it. The defenders have been here before. Yes, they lost, but they know how to deal with the big occasion at the moment. The Torpedoes, not quite there.
Once again, oh, Nanda. Nanda's usually a very reliable server. I suppose they can afford a couple of these errors. Not too many, remember. Not too many.
Right, and Nanda has 11 aces in the competition. That puts him at second best, but 20 errors. So he's third in errors, right behind Sandoval and Rahul. And that's tough, right? That's a really difficult spot to be in if you're getting that many errors.
Does he have the license to go for it, or continuing to go for it? Muthu sets it. For Motasedi! He will never get it wrong. He is the man who loves his guts. He wears his heart on his sleeve, this man. What a gladiator Daniel Motasedi is, this Iranian superstar. 12-7.
It's perfect. RuPay contactless shot. You use Daniel as much as you can. Then you can go to the wings for the one-on-ones. And the smaller players, Nanda, Shantos, they're going to have more efficiency because of Muthu Sami's decision-making.
Well, Bengaluru in a tough spot now, down by 5 points. super point is called. No surprise there because they have some catching up to do. You cannot afford to let your opposition get too far ahead without calling a super point.
If Ahmedabad win this next point, they will have 7 set points to win the first set. Daniel Mortazeri, their chief action officer, chief entertainment officer, to serve. Keeps it simple. Chance for Ali Raza Abalus to set it for Svetanov. Not in position to spike. Muthu deals the deal with that set to Manoj, the mountain man, who draws an error and gives the Ahmedabad defenders 7 set points.
It's a great start using the middle, feeding it. We said that was crucial to this performance, but I still feel the pass hasn't been there tonight so far. It's been nervous for the Torpedoes. This game is a marathon, it's not a sprint, and the Torpedoes have to find their serve.
A marathon that's played at the speed of a sprint for sure. It's like a 100-meter dash over and over again. Every point has that kind of adrenaline. We've got to keep pace with it, Louis.
It makes the 100-meter dash look boring.
Oh, yes.
It's that good.
Daniel Mortazeri to serve. Finish the first set for the defenders. And they'll have it! An absolute arrow of a serve. Laden with so much vice. And the Ahmedabad defenders have won the first set of this finals. Remember, they lost in straight sets the last year in that final to Kolkata. This is a different defender side. The Damda defenders are here. And they're in the mood tonight to make magic. 15-7 the score to seal the first set. One of the owners of the Ahmedabad defenders, Mr. Chaudhary, is pleased as punch.
Daniel, only 2 aces so far in this entire season, and he gets one to seal the deal of the first set. He is on another level tonight.
That is the first Daniel jump serve we've seen all competition. That's the end of the opening set. The defenders have taken it. It's time for a very quick break. We'll see you after. Perfect start to this final for the Ahmedabad defenders. Have a look at the unforced errors count. A proper Dakshinamurti-esque performance, keeping the errors low and the spiking high, and the blocks as well. 3-1 key. You can find all of the exclusive stats on www.volleyballworld.com.
That's where I'm always looking in between sets. And for me, that first set had a couple of things. First of all, the middles of Ahmedabad were really firing. Daniel, one of the top scorers with 3 points, as well as Manoj, also at 3. But again, Bengaluru, just a lot of that service pressure resting on them. They're not able to run the offense and include their own middles.
Absolutely, set two's going to get us underway. The passing and serving, everything that's underpinned this championship for the Bengaluru Torpedoes hasn't gone to plan, and maybe that's because of the occasion and nerves, but they have to try and rustle their way back into it. Dakshinamurti knows with every missed serve, the chances of him winning the championship increases.
And again, Sethu. Good servers for Bengaluru. 3 aces, 4 so far in the competition.
Much better from the Torpedoes. It's a 3-point pass right on the top of the setter's head, and it's given the ability for Jishnu to get into the game. The fans will enjoy it, the coaches will enjoy it, because it's been few and far between the good passes so far.
Yeah, great swing, great job by Jishnu to be up early and available. Get that angle on Manoj, because Manoj trying to take him in one direction, changes his shoulders, goes in the other direction. Good swing out of the youngster.
Well, the last time these two teams met, 27 errors from the Torpedoes, matched by 12 from the defenders, and it was a 3-2 blockbuster. This one could go the same, 2-up, but it's the right-hander on the right side that gets past the block, and really, Santosh hasn't had a lot to do so far because the Torpedoes haven't quite been on top form, but that's what he's in for, stability.
Yeah, he's another one of those players that kind of goes unnoticed there on the right side. Not flashy, gets the job done on that occasion. 2 blockers up, but there's a lot of space in that block for something to go through.
Well, he's the one who gets set the least out of him, and Nanda gets more of the ball even on the pipe and through the backcourt, but so far it's a dream start for the defenders, chasing down their first RuPay Prime Volleyball League powered by A23 title. Tip over the top again. The Berries in with a reverse box set. What a play! Now the defenders are cooking. Santosh, Nanda, and Gamutu. All of the weapons here are firing, and the Torpedoes are in trouble already early in set 2.
Yeah, confidence is high in the Ahmedabad camp. If you start off the match like that with a big win in the first set, you're gonna have your confidence high. They're able to pick up that ball, it to the outside. It's a little inside, but it's a RuPay contactless shot nonetheless, because they're beating the block inside.
Well, D. Lee will know that this team hasn't quite hit the performance levels that we were used to in the semi-finals and at the end of the league stages, but they have to find their serving and passing quickly.
Oh yes, off the block and lands just in that sweet spot to give Bengaluru their second point of this grand finale, the second set. Nicely done.
This is big at the moment. It's even again staying high. We know they have the height advantage, but that height advantage decreases the more the ball is off the net with the set. The next couple of rotations are key. Eben, Pankaj, Mujib, all big servers.
Who's he going to aim at? Goes straight to the libero. Muttusamy adjusts, makes room. A triple block! Cannot deny Angamuttu another point. For as long as Angamuttu keeps striking like that, Bengaluru will feel the nerves, they will feel the tension with every second of this final.
A few nights ago when this team played against Kolkata, they did not look like themselves. Kolkata coming out with that 3-0 win, but now when you get Angamuttu firing like this, he can go up against a 3-man block and still score all day long.
The last time these two teams met, it was a 5-set thriller. Bengaluru won the first set, then Ahmedabad, then Bengaluru, then Ahmedabad. And Ahmedabad took it away in that 5th set, so expect the Torpedoes to storm back. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. I'm sure David Lee has a plan up his sleeve.
Yeah, of course. Well, actually, maybe he doesn't. Maybe he just wants them to start hitting the indicators of plan A, because at the moment it's not quite been there from them. The difference between tonight, Torpedoes, and the Thunderbolts 2 nights ago is that the Thunderbolts were serving their socks off, and the Torpedoes haven't got serving yet.
Much better out of Pankaj. Oh, and it's followed up with a massive block on the right side. That's the power. A strong serve from Pankaj puts some pressure on Ahmedabad, and the blockers are able to line up and fire.
Vaishak with that block just pours cold water over that hot and spicy potato.
Well, now Dealey's starting to see the identity of his team come alive. Serving, passing, defense. Pankaj back behind the service line. Huge moments here. So reliable throughout this competition.
Muthu. Muthu! That's how you block that superstar. That's how you shut the barn door before the horse bolts.
I love the fist pump there from David Lee. He has so much faith in his players. He's been there. He's been on the court. He was teammates with some of them just a few months ago, really.
Service pressure key here, and they knew it was going to Angamuthu, having missed the previous side out. 2 up in the block. Mujib's got his way in the game.
5-4 to Bengaluru. They're looking a little more settled in this final now in this second set. Ahmedabad ran away with the first set, so Bengaluru have a lot to think about. Okay then, chance. Here come Ahmedabad. Here comes Motazedi. Scrambling for a point. Svetanov! Excellent defense from Ahmedabad. Not on that occasion. We will send you to Bengaluru to defend that ball. Set the defenders from Ahmedabad. The Damdar defenders are in a deadly mood tonight.
Can we just take a second for the defense of Ahmedabad? Scrapping back, that point should have been dead and done in the water as soon as it was picked up here. Svetanov had a chance to swing. Nope, this was a little bit before that. So there's the swing from Daniel, picked up. Svetanov has a big approach. He almost has a free net. It's a one-on-one, but the defense of Ahmedabad not giving up, and that is why they're going to win a lot of these kind of rallies.
Well, say great defense all round. The 2 digs off of Daniel Motazedi from the Torpedoes, also excellent. It means the teams have done their homework, getting their hitting angles right and getting defenders and blockers in the way, but everything, all the small wrinkles, going the way of the defenders.
Angamuthu, straight to Pankaj, the captain. Vaishak with the set. Oh, Svetanov! I don't think there was any feather touch. If Svetanov was hoping for it, there wasn't any. Another error from that Svetanov right arm.
And you can compare this to the semi-final performance against the Thunderbolts. Setu was serving, Pankaj was serving. Even they were all finding their service rhythm. Svetanov was scoring. Now all of this rotation policy that Dealey runs on, they play to their strengths, but their strengths are not performing at this moment in time.
Some teams take a while to switch on, but they've got to do it before it's too late. Shot set, it worked! That is a sledgehammer from Mujib. Well done, gave it everything he had. Now then Bengaluru want to play out of their skins to make a comeback. What a shot which was a RuPay contactless shot from Mujib.
Great set by Vaishak. Great set. He put him in a good position to score, and also he's just used his outsides. They got shut down, so to get your middle firing when you can, when you have that ball, just do it all day long.
Well, Mujib's service run really helped the Torpedoes get back in against the Calicut Heroes to get out of the league standings in that final set. It was a brilliant display from all of the team, but now again, they haven't quite found the same level of service pressure in the big moments so far.
Yeah, Shanti John, 100% efficiency for that man.
He tells me every day he's coming on in the second set, Shanti John. We've seen him once, 100% efficiency, my word.
Got in for one pipe attack, scored, then went right off.
7-6 to the defenders in the second set. Straight to Pankaj once again. Here comes Svetanov. Have a look at the defenders, just giving it everything they have. Slightly out of system. Here comes Svetanov once again. Try something new. Oh, it wasn't to be. Bengaluru continue to dominate this point at every second. The defenders are being tested.
Brilliant from Svenidov. Vaishak does a good job. He went to the middle last time, so now he says, I'm going to the outside. Gives Svenidov a one-on-one. Svenidov detonates into the angle really nicely. Good decision. But it's the second decision for me that's perfect. Chooses to take Angamutu on in a situation where he wasn't so comfortable and wasn't as insistent.
And I'm still loving the defense out of this Ahmedabad side. I mean, that's a great up there. Some bodies on the floor. That's exactly what you want to see in a finals match, is that nothing is taken for granted. Nothing is given up on.
Do not make the mistake of counting Bengaluru out. Yes, they lost the first set, but this looks like a much changed side. The psyche is different. Never mind the errors. It's been a key feature of their approach, their philosophy throughout this league. David Lee won't mind that. The Ahmedabad defenders lead by a point as we go into an Amul Cool technical timeout. Back in just a bit with the rest of the second set. Because Calicut got knocked out in that semi-final. This is the final hurdle for both teams. Not as ready to serve as Ahmedabad lead by 1 point in the second set. An urge alert as ever, and it paid off.
Well, what we're seeing here is very similar to the league match between these two teams. We've got one side who are not giving anything away, serving control, not many service errors. The service pressure isn't too high at all, but Midden, he's been exemplary the whole way through this competition. That's a little bit too tight for me. D-Lee thought the manager's hand interfered with play.
Yeah, we'll have to see it again from another angle. On the top angle is how you can really see whether that ball crossed the plane of the net or not. But ball's gone to Ahmedabad, so served by Daniel coming up.
9-7. Oh, that service error. There's a big smile on his face. As soon as he hit that ball, he knew where it was going. Into the net goes off. Subbed out. 9-8 to Ahmedabad. In comes Setu, the super server of the Bengaluru Torpedoes.
So Daniel's efficiency is great in attack, but he's had 14 errors and now that's 15 errors throughout this season. So I feel as though with that two aces or three aces, the ratio is a little bit off. I feel like he's one of the players that just needs to get that ball in.
Well, he says he spin serves most of the time away from the Prime Volleyball League, but now he's decided to float back to the spin serve this evening.
Setu, can he come up with a super serve to get his team going? No, not yet. Muthu. Boom! Oh, well done, Libro. Ibn. Overpass. Angamuthu first touch. Muthu. This time it'll work. It's a sizzler from Santosh. From zone 4. Gives it a rip and a half.
This is still fine for the Torpedoes. The service pressure got the defenders out of system. It gave them the chance, but they couldn't keep the ball control here. Setu's serve is a great one, out of system. If they can do that more and more, the pressure will build on the defenders, I promise. But they've got to keep serving like that.
Eventually having to give a free ball though, which is what enables Ahmedabad to get in system again, run a fast offense to the outside, go off those hands and out. So they're looking really, really good through Santosh on the outside.
A really good decision to go off the travelling middle's hands. Very, very good game so far for Santosh.
Put to the captain serve, straight to Setu. Now the set. Here comes Ivan! Goodbye! Denied by the defenders. That's how you shut the door on a sizzling spike. Not tonight, darling.
Blocking has been fantastic fantastic out of Ahmedabad. They've been closing, they've been strong, they've been all shoulders. But for me, a lot of these balls are falling really inside, even struggling with the direction and any space to take.
Also, the setter doesn't get his feet around the ball, so there's a really early tell from Vaishak that the ball's going to the opposite, and the middle can release. The setter has to get it and face the outside to run the offense. As we have a look at some family in the stadium.
To the right of your screen is the mother of the captain of the Ahmedabad defenders, Muthuswamy Appavu's mother. And to her right was Shanti John's mother, waiting to see the son in action, who could come up with moments that you could own as an NFT, courtesy our NFT partners, treasureclub.io. This tournament has been a treasure of great moments that could make for great social media content as well, courtesy our content partners, ShareChat, Moj and Yo-Yo TV. This final could go on like a yo-yo as well, as we get a glimpse of our special guests from the FIVB. They've loved this league, and why not? It's been sensational. 11-8. Here comes the captain! That is a magnificent strike from the Torpedo skipper. Stop that if you can.
And he's been a little quiet in the last few points, and I feel he needs to get back involved in the action, and that's a good pass in, so that's something they've been struggling with. They're able to keep Manoj with Jishnu, and they're able to get a RuPay on the go point because Pankaj has that external rotation really nailed in.
Good run from Jishnu to run behind with that quick set, bring the blocker with him and open up the one-on-one on the outside. Jishnu serving, float serve, it's a fairly simple one for the defenders, width and speed necessary to try and run the blocker around, and that potentially for me from Jishnu just took the foot off the gas, and it isn't quite what the Torpedoes have been about this season.
Yeah, Jishnu's not one of the top scorers in the acing department. He has no aces, but only one error. So he's exactly what I'm talking about there. He's just there to make sure that ball goes in and make Ahmedabad play. And play they do, but they get so many options with that soft serve.
Right, Jishnu coming in for Sarajan, who started the season for the first 3 to 4 games before rolling his ankle. So we hope he's enjoying watching his team. I'm sure he wishes that he was out there.
Here comes Ibin. Scott finding the angle for a spike. Angalmuthu he does. Did I just call him Angalmuthu? Angalmuthu, Angalmuthu. A rose by any other name is a rose. Angalmuthu usually fights the angle.
You know what? He didn't even need angle in that. He just went straight. I think he went through or over. It's a RuPay contactless shot as he goes over Mujib. And Mujib is a fantastic blocker. He's super high. Man, Angamuthu, what can he not do?
He can't fail tonight. Can't afford to. He is their spiker-in-chief. 13-9 to Ahmedabad to go. 2 points to go, 2 sets up in this final. Yes, Bengaluru believe they can somehow force together a comeback. Now, something's gone wrong, Louis, with the Torpedoes after that timeout. They seem to have taken the foot off the pedal.
I would say they haven't had the foot on the pedal the whole evening yet, which is not what I expected. I thought they would come out serving and being really aggressive. They've been a bit tentative at times. Mujib did a real good job changing the angle there. It was a little bit unorthodox, but it meant the block wasn't in his face.
Right, Key. Tactically, what should they be doing apart from serving big?
Well, first of all, they need to remember there's no setter on court right now. They've just done the first half of a double sub, so if the ball returns, which it didn't, there would have been no setter on court, and they've had a couple of struggles with communication in the past.
But if you're D. Lee, you've got to be thinking about the fact that Ibin hasn't served, Setu hasn't served, Mujib hasn't served. Your best servers haven't come to the forefront yet, and nobody's really standing up, minus maybe Pankaj, who had a little short run of serves early on. Not happy, D. Lee, is he?
Something to do with substitutions, and they are struggling with 2 really pumped up teams. Manoj has gone off, in comes Harsh to serve for the defenders. They've got 4 set points to go 2-0 up. Will Ahmedabad win this point and force Bengaluru to then think of a 5-set thriller? This is the best of 5, remember. Not all 5 sets need to be played. Bengaluru are in a spot of bother.
I think what he's upset about is that you're not allowed to substitute after a super point has been called. Have a listen in.
Right then. This could also lead to a lapse in concentration for either side. Pankaj Sharma has the responsibility of keeping this team together. They're trailing Stay focused. David Lee is now a worried man. Harsh, who's coming to serve the lefty. Here we go. Setu. Boom. The cover's there. The captain. Here comes Angamoto. Ooh, it didn't work. Harsh. Motusami Apavu. Engelman! Absolutely drills it down the line. They have 2 sets. The defenders lead 2-0 in this grand finale. Wake up, Bengaluru. Where are you?
They have an absolute mountain to climb. For me, I feel like they have to be a bit braver behind the service line. Passing, swinging. It's just a little bit off at the moment. Daniel Montezzetti being phenomenal. Key, the defenders haven't put a foot wrong. Not the most aggressive all the way over the court, but no mistakes. Solid.
Yeah, Ahmedabad have hit another level tonight, and it's at the expense of Bengaluru. But for me, Bengaluru, way too many errors. 9 errors so far. They're allowing that man to do exactly what he wants in the offense. And it's going to be a tough climb from here, like you said, Louis.
Well, the defenders cruising here. The Torpedoes under a lot of pressure. They have to win 3 in a row if they want to become champions. The defenders lead 2-0. Time for us to take a very, very short break. Well, the scenes here very similar to Bengaluru in the league match between these two teams. Dakshinamurti has sent his team out to make minimal errors this evening, just like they did in Bengaluru, and it's working really nicely. 14 successful spikes. Angamuthi, Montezzetti, Manoj, they're all coming to the party, and you can find all of the stats on www.volleyballworld.com.
And if you head over to Volleyball World, you're going to see for Ahmedabad, they have 3 points for Santosh, 3 for Nanda, and Angamutu have 2. That's a totally different story than the first set where we saw Manoj and Daniel super efficient and top scorers for that first set.
RuPay VIP box, be on the go. The best seats in the house for this final. There's a mixture of faces around here as some are wanting a defender's win, some are wanting a Torpedoes win. We go to set 3.
Bengaluru have to take it to 5 sets. Yes, that's more like it. That's how you set the tone. When you're looking to forge a comeback, that's a good first step.
Great first step, an aggressive first step. They have to stay aggressive here. And set 2 has to get a run of serves. He's influential. Did the same for Hyderabad last year, hammered the serves. He's done it this year for the Torpedoes. Remember, they had a bidding war with Hyderabad for his services.
Nervous moments these for Bengaluru. They are searching for rhythm. That has eluded them so far tonight. Great serve from Setu. That's what you want more of. That's more David Lee like.
This is the style of volleyball David Lee loves to play. Leave it all out on the court. Go aggressive. Either go hard or go home. And this player right here does that every time he's at the service line.
Well, he served the Torpedoes into a 5-0 lead to seal their place in the final for me. He needs to do it again. Confidence will spread like wildfire if Setu gets going.
Another great serve. And they'll get it. Setu, you superstar. Is he in the mood to script a historic chapter for the Bengaluru Torpedoes? The owners look nervous.
The Three Musketeers.
Well, things looking a lot better for Bengaluru, starting with this tough serve, but also little things going the right way. So Ali jumping as if he's going to attack, but has the court presence to let it go. 2 players with their eyes on the ball.
Great timeout from Dakshinamurti. He says, I need to slow you down, Setu. But this is the Bengaluru that we know, and that the owners know. When their backs are against the wall, that's when they play their best volleyball. We saw it against the Heroes. They know how to come back, and this is their last opportunity.
Dignitaries from the world of volleyball from FIVB are here as well to enjoy this grand finale. The Director General of FIVB, Fabio Acevedo, Director of Asia and Oceania FIVB, Louis Alexandre is here as well. Alongside him was Ben Taylor, the CEO of Volleyball World. Peter Betty as well, the Chief Business Officer of Volleyball World. So the world of volleyball is in absolute awe of the RuPay Prime Volleyball League. Nicely done that. Bengaluru look a lot more alert. Pankaj gets into the party as well. David Lee believes a 4-point lead for the Torpedoes in the 3rd set as they trail by 2.
Setu, you are elite. How on earth he found that tiny sliver of space where Angamutu is passing the ball, gets them out of system, allows them to recycle the ball in their own favor, and Pankaj delivering as per usual.
It's the perfect serve from Setu. I was going to say exactly the same, but then the defenders got a little bit defensive in their offense as well. It's speed and confidence. Now they're coming back.
Oh, super serve! That is sensational from Setu! The Bengaluru Torpedoes be in business. 6 consecutive points, including a super serve. Watch out, Ahmedabad. The Torpedoes have woken up.
Carve of the hour, Setu, step on up. A good toss, a good quick arm. And as we've seen, you hit the splits, you hit the back line, the super serves will come with you.
This is where Srikanth struggled against Kolkata, was that deep line serve. And Setu is really nailing in on that.
The Torpedoes are in the mood to sink Ahmedabad submarine. 6 consecutive points still in play. The defending by Gladiators. Pipe attack! Ahmedabad now back. Don't you dare count us out, said the defenders. What a sledgehammer that was from Nandagopal.
What confident swing the whole way through the competition. We've seen Nanda go away from the body in the pipe, go away to the right. Now he tries to go to the left, and he stays high over the top of Mujib.
And Mutu has to get some credit there as well. He's getting his middle on the other side to jump with his middle, and you saw that channel just wide open for his height.
Don't think we're giving quite enough credit to Mutu at times for picking the right options at the right time this evening. He's been excellent.
Sharma just overcooks it a little bit. I thought the idea was right. He was trying to flummox those 2 blockers. Unfortunately, it just wasn't to be. How close was it for Pankaj Sharma?
Well, we'll have another look. Again, these balls are dying inside. If I'm the attackers of Bengaluru, I'm telling my setter, give me more width all day long. He had to try and do something with that, but he's stuck. That is a blocker's advantage all day long.
Pankaj, so much better when the ball's drifting across him and he can pick it into the angle or off the block. He's incredible off the block. And this is the confidence fading away for the Torpedoes. It's difficult. They have to stay focused now. They have the lead, but it's going to be tough.
Consistency leads to championships. They've got to be focused, disciplined, and as they say, diligence is the mother of good luck. They've got to be focused. If not, Ahmedabad are in the mood for a clean sweep tonight.
We haven't seen so much on the right side this evening, have we? Abaluch, Ibn, they've been very quiet. Offensively, the defenders haven't got going. Maybe this is their time.
If not now, it'll be next year. Here comes Ali Raza. Abaluch overhits it, overcooks it. David Lee won't be pleased with that. Expect better from that man. Wasn't a bad set at all.
Well, I think that's a bit slow for Ali. He's one of those players that really likes a fast ball. Just shoot it to him, also a little bit behind him. So, again, we're giving a lot of criticism of the setting of Bengaluru. Did it touch the block? That's the question now in review.
He loves the fastball. My question is, that pass was off the net, so it couldn't go fast enough. It had to slow down. But did he just make a little bit of a miraculous recovery? I think there's no touch. Oh, it's so close.
You know what? You've got to have conclusive evidence to overturn that call. I don't see any touch there. Not even a feather touch. Remember, a total of 3 reviews allowed in this final. Per team, that is. No. He may have to check the first ref's camera. That could be the best possible angle.
Oh man, so much riding.
I don't think there is. I think the timing is very lucky for Manoj.
Well, there you go. Just a shadow and nothing else. Bengaluru doing everything they can, but things not falling in their favor now.
They have to straighten the pass up to run Abaluch from there off an angle pass off the net. Wasn't the rhythm that Abaluch would have wanted. He wants that ball on the net, in the middle, and then the setter can run the game and use all 4 options.
I think Ahmedabad have realized that they cannot allow Bengaluru to win this third set. They want to close this in 3, this big final. Once again, Ali Raza Abaluch, this time he makes amends. You realize where he went wrong the last time. A slightly different looking set. He adjusts his angle mid-air and just deposits it where he wants to.
Much better set, and again, that has to be credit to the setter, but mainly credit to the middle. Mujib is holding Manoj, so even though that ball dies way inside the antenna, Ali has somewhere to swing. He's got a channel that's open.
For me, it's the pass. It's in 3. It's at a good height. Everything is open. Everything can flow, and we're away.
This match is dancing on the edge of a razor blade. Denied. Come again next year. That's what Bengaluru want to tell Ahmedabad. But the truth is they trail. They've got their backs against the wall. Time for an Amul Cool technical timeout. Bengaluru searching for inspiration. Back in just a minute. Stay tuned, won't you?
Well, the Bengaluru Torpedoes need something special to get back into this final, and maybe through Setu serving, that may just do it. Avaluche is coming to the party, but Setu serving once again the difference in set 3.
Yeah, that's what got them back into this set, or started them strong, but you can look at Ali's face right there. He did not have a lot of confidence in that first set, as he didn't get the balls he wanted. But finally, if you can get him involved, he was a difference maker last time to get them into this finals at 14-14.
Mujib serving, high swing off the block of Avaluche, who's staying at position 4. It goes back to Pankaj. The set is very tight, so there's a little bit of a scramble at the net. Free ball goes back to position 1, back to Angamutu, over the top of the block, and how many times this evening will the angle man stay high and hammer home?
Angamutu wants the top spiker award. He's chasing the bar that has been set by SP Guru Prasad. How well are the setters enabling him?
I've got to be honest, Mutu for me is having a wonderful game. I didn't expect that ball to go back to Angamutu there, although he's facing that way, and in the end it was the perfect choice because it was high and he could just stay over the top, trump card.
Yeah, for me, they were trying to get him out of the offense, get that short ball. Anytime you're out of system, right, you want to send it to either a setter or an opposite, get them out of the offense. Didn't work though.
Chance, Pankaj gets a touch off Angamutu's block. And Bengaluru stay in the lead, 9-5 it is. They want to take this to the 4th set first. Forget about set number 5. David Lee smiling.
Well, as Keith said moments ago, the ball's been dying inside a lot, and this one is way wider, and it allows him to stay high, look into the angle and go over the left shoulder. Perfect.
So much better for him. He needs that width. Anyone on the outside, any player will tell you, if it dies inside, it's advantage to the blockers. If it goes wide, you can do so much more with it.
Avaluche with the serve, straight to the libero. Muthusamy once again. Angamutu! That is how he comes up with the bazooka. That is Bazinga.
It was a big hammer again from Angamutu. The range he had. First time he goes high. Second time he comes into the sharp angle. He's got a one-on-one. It's perfect for the angle man.
A RuPay contactless shot because Jishnu again getting sold up the river with Daniel in the front. You can't leave him alone, but you're always going to want to have 2 people up on Angamutu. Otherwise, it's just clean as a whistle like that.
And this is why Mutu has got this spot on this evening in Dakshinamurti.
Off the court, here comes Pankaj, tried something new. A bizarre looking rally, here comes Angamutu. Both teams trying desperately. The defenders are being tested. Boom! Denied! That is a delicious denial! But the Ahmedabad defenders are claiming an error at the net.
So that belief went Ahmedabad's way. I'm going to need to see that again because that looked like a good clean block to me.
Daniel's saying that it went underneath the net. That was a huge roof no matter what, and I think that's enough to say guilty as charged. There might not be a review here, but we're in the blessed place to have a second look.
Well, that's tough to tell from that angle. Just have to take their word for it because they're turning around and they're looking a little guilty. Okay, so that's what happened. Exactly. The ball went over the net and underneath the blocker's hands.
9-7 to Bengaluru. They are 6 points away from taking this to the 4th set. It's the grand final. Shot set! Hammers it down! Pankaj Sharma is the straw that stirs the drink for them. Will they have the cup of joy tonight?
Correct. The difference here is that the pass is in. Angamutu served at this speed in the first set. It's nothing flash or heavy, but the Torpedoes have started to find their pass, and then they can use the middle. They can use every tempo attack they want because the pass is there.
And how is that combination play? It is slowing down the block. Daniel had to make a choice. He had to jump with Pankaj or Jishnu, made the wrong choice, and Jishnu with a perfect execution so high.
And we were talking earlier, we said if the defenders won the war of the middles, then they would win this evening, and Daniel is back on fire.
Daniel is giving us jewels to remember and to savor and to cherish for a lifetime. Daniel, you don A RuPay contactless shot from Daniel Mortazeri, the Motab High of Ahmedabad.
Butu delivering butter. That ball is off the net. It's not perfect, but he knows more than anybody how important the confidence of this man is. You have to involve him.
You cannot allow Bengaluru a foot in the door. They have the ability to strike back, and how Ahmedabad want to close it now. These errors will not help. Oh, Ahmedabad, are the wheels coming off? Are they losing their way? Dakshinamurthy, will he be worried?
Daniel's upset. Daniel's upset because he is right in the thick of it at the net. And that's also something to think about when you're at the service line. Who are your front court attackers? Daniel's saying, give me the chance to block.
Well, and this serve for me doesn't matter at the moment. It's all about momentum and staying true to the intentions of being aggressive throughout the whole match.
Daniel! Has he hit it outside? No, it doesn't matter. Whether there was a touch off the block or whether it landed on line, Ahmedabad don't care as long as they have the point. Now it's 11-9. Mortazeri with a big beaming smile goes off. A substitution has been made. Ahmedabad want to come back. They want to storm back in this third set.
Well, Daniel does a great job of running around the setter and then snapping it back in the angle. That's the most difficult swing for a middle, running from the right. He disagrees, but for me, I think it's so tough for him to do that.
Have you ever run a slide, my friend?
Hush. The lefty
No.
with the serve, straight to Pankaj. A set now. Boom. Still in play. Angamuthu uses his height. And a spike! Beautifully done from Santosh. That is a spicy spike from Santosh. The word Santosh means satisfaction. And how satisfied will he be?
I think all of Ahmedabad will be satisfied with this defense turned offensive play. So anytime you're in a scramble situation and you turn that into your own point, that's huge for Ahmedabad.
Those are the moments I thought they were going to struggle in, the out-of-system ones, but it's a high old play, and this is a clutch move from D. Lee and Bengaluru.
It's a cat and mouse game. Ahmedabad chasing Bengaluru down. They were trailing by 4 points at the technical timeout mark. This point is Watsu. Here come Ahmedabad, and they will have it. They're now in the lead. Would you believe it? They won the first 2 sets. They were trailing by 4. They're now in the lead. The defenders have stormed back. They are 3 points away from kissing the title. Oh my God.
Well, perfect time to call a super point. You had to if you're D. Lee, but Ahmedabad not giving anything up. Man, everything has fallen their way.
Absolutely everything. They went to set 2 with the biggest point of the game. Unfortunately, it was a continuation swing. Gave the chance back to the defenders, and have a look at the eyes. It tells you everything. The body language tells you everything at the moment. They need a huge push, and their front court is still pretty strong though for me.
Harsh. Straight to the captain. Got a bad set. Boom. Setu. He's the lone man. He's the lone wolf that's fighting hard. Scores level. It's 12 apiece in the third set.
That's the ball Setu needed a point ago. Again, the wit, we keep talking about it. This time he's able to turn down the line because he sees that right hand. He's got that channel. Easy score.
And a mismatch against Mutu Sami, but next up, even behind the service line, we know what he's capable of. We've seen it multiple times, but they need him here, the Torpedoes. Even hasn't got going from behind the service line. Daniel is liberoed off, so he's off the front court for the time being.
Even. Back to Srikanth, Muthusamy. Oh! Great move. Bengaluru somehow scramble away. Once again, Muthu. Boom! Still in play. Well done, Midun. Setu from a very different angle. Very difficult angle. Should he have gone big on that shot? I disagree. Ahmedabad now 2 points away.
I talked about it a little bit earlier. Every time that half of a double sub happens, the whole team has to be switched on. There's no setter on court right now. So there's a scramble every time the ball comes back over. They're trying to do something that doesn't exist.
And now they can't use Svetinov. They've already used him in this set. Brought him on, brought him off again. And set 2 is on the front court doing a great job. But for me, it's off. He's underneath it. And then the arm can't come through. And he can't get the direction that he needs desperately.
Bengaluru going up a creek without a paddle. They're struggling. Here they come! Shot set, well done! That is a howitzer from Mujib. 13 apiece now.
Perfect time to run the middle. Mujib goes away from the body. There's no blocking or digging that. Can they make the serves? Setu's coming back next. It's a big moment in this game.
Great ball in, and Mujib had to swing that with everything that he had. Manoj a little bit late, just that bit of space to the corner, but that was possibly a match-changing swing.
Potentially, yes. If Bengaluru can win this set, the drama will hit stratospheric heights in the fourth set, if it does go to set number 4. Oh, no. Set point to Bengaluru. These are nervous moments for both teams.
Setu again. It's a perfect pass from the libero as well, but it's just out from Angamutu. Maybe some nerves, but Mutu's always going to go to the angle man at the big times. A little bit tight maybe as he looks for the white.
Yeah, Angamutu has that tight set. Ali is so clever to see. You see his eyes looking at Angamutu. He sees that that tip is coming, pulls his hands away at the last minute. Doesn't want to be tooled.
5-on-4 setters for Bengaluru. Muthusamy sets it. Boom! Such a well-controlled spike under pressure. Now then, this moment could be it. Set point for... No, not a set point. I'm losing it as well. You've got to have a difference of 2. 14 all. Need a difference of 2. It's not a race to 15 anymore. Under pressure, that spike from Santosh. Level scores, 14 all. Here we go. The next point could be set point for Bengaluru or championship point for Ahmedabad. Here we go. Here comes Abaluch. It is set point to Bengaluru. Both teams feeling the nerves.
I feel as though Ali is such a confident player. He needs to get in the game, and in the moment that he's able to swing, he can be so deadly if he's given a chance.
I agree, feed him. He does a great job of changing direction, laid off the hands of the blocker. And now they've started to feed the right side. It's more in the game. There's going to be more of a split. The middle's in the game. It's working better for the Torpedoes.
Is it going to the fourth set? We'll find out. Not yet. Okay, here comes Angleman. And he's done it! Scores level once again. It's a nervous battle for the big prize. Ahmedabad had their eyes on the big prize. This is nerve-jangling stuff.
Angamutu is one of the finest opposites I've ever seen. How he is out of system, high, swings deep, and just clips the line in the corner. That's undefendable.
And in those situations throughout this competition, the ball just hasn't sat wide enough and high enough again for Angamutu in those situations. So deadly.
Here comes Ali Raza Abaluch once again. This time the blockers were there. Daniel Motazedi, pipe to pipe, lands just outside, and that is championship point for the Ahmedabad defenders. Could this be the moment? 16-15.
For me, just a little bit tentative again. The Barrow having to come in and set. Pankaj, brilliant from Angamutu. You've got to give him credit. He knew the tool was coming. He dropped his hands, and Pankaj didn't see it.
Yeah, Ahmedabad looking really good right now. That was a great move, as you said, by Angamutu to pull the hands down. But again, here's a reminder of the scoring system. We're going to best of 5, so the third set could go Ahmedabad's way, and that'll be theirs. But we have to go by 2 points, just like traditional volleyball. So much on the line right now. This is the moment where Bengaluru have to make or break their season.
Well, Bengaluru largely have been folding faster than a lawn chair here. The Torpedoes, who come from the Garden City, have been stunned so far. Very important, those 2 words, so far. They could still take this to the 5th set. This is championship point for the Ahmedabad defenders. Could this be the moment? Yes, it... Oh, no, it isn't. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. How close was it?
You wanted that. You wanted that, didn't you, Manish? But you know what? I was saying in my own head, not out loud, but that ball had to go to the middle. And again, it was forced to, indeed. But good job by Jishnu to swing. His elbows bent. He doesn't have a good spot on that. But to go up against Daniel, that you got to have some guts.
And Manoj was serving. He's been subbed off a lot for his serving throughout this competition. One of the softer serves in the defenders team. So that's a little bit of luck, I think, for the Torpedoes to have that ball at that moment.
Remember, difference of 2 points. That's what you need. If not, if scores are level at 20 apiece, it's point number 21. That'll seal the deal. Aliraza Abulish. Muthusami Appavu. Daniel Mortazedi. Still in play. Bengaluru try again. Chance for Ahmedabad. Muthusami for Mortazedi. He made a mistake for championship point the last time. He's brought them back at that very juncture. Daniel, you don.
Huge swing out of Daniel. Statement swing out of the man in the middle. First time of asking a big, heavy-hitting angle. Jishnu closing his hand. I wonder if Jishnu could go a little wider on that block and take those angles.
Daniel Mortazedi understands and knows these big moments. It's not his first time at the rodeo, is it? Okay then, here we go. Could this be a championship point for Ahmedabad? Not yet. Not yet. Try again, Ahmedabad. Try again. We will fight until our last breath.
Smart time to go with the dump. We haven't seen it yet. We know that the middle blocker isn't used to looking for it, so probably the time that you want to pull it out. And I'm not even a big fan of it, but Jishnu's been great. That's who Daniel's watching. Then the second touch, dumpling comes across, as you call it, Manish.
Angamutu looking at Nanda saying, where are you? What are you looking at? There's nobody except the setter in front of you.
Stay switched on. Focus. Pankaj Sharma. He has a front chair in this orchestra and he knows how to compose a symphony. Set point. Set point. I'm more nervous than the players. Set point to Bengaluru.
Huge moment. Get a point on your own serve. That's not a side out. That is an earned point by Bengaluru to put themselves back in a really good spot.
How many times does Pankaj turn up when his team needs him? It's a good serve to the sideline. Overpass. Happy days. That's all Pankaj again, coming to the forefront when his team needs him.
The player of the match of the semi-finals. Can he turn this around for Bengaluru? It's possible. Bizarre things have happened in the world of sport. Pankaj Sharma. Here we go. Daniel. No, it wasn't to be. Now is it? Yes, it is. Score level once again. It's been such a dramatic set, guys. 2 championship points have been saved. Ahmedabad have also denied Bengaluru this set. It's 18 apiece. At one stage, they were trailing by 4 points, the Ahmedabad defenders, in this third set.
Wow, he is so aggressive. Daniel doesn't even wait to be set again. He says, you want me to set? Nope, I'm attacking.
How good has Daniel been? I'm going to throw it out there. The best foreign player for me who's made it this far. The last 2 games, he's helped carry this team offensively.
Once again, overcooking that service just a wee bit at the wrongest possible time. And straight away, Daniel Mortazedi says, relax, calm down, guys, calm down. It's not the Gopal.
Jishnu next behind the service line. It'll be interesting to see tactically how he lines up. Tactical server means he's not fully going to go for it as you have a look at the replay. That's a big moment in this one, because we know what Nanda packs the punch behind the service line. We've seen so many super serves from him.
19-18, set point to Bengaluru once again. Just wants to keep it in play. Muthusami for Daniel. Oh, still in play. Well done, captain. He keeps them in the hunt. Still in play. Nervous Valley. Muthu. Boom! Just out! Oh, just out! We are going to the 4th set! We are going to the 4th set! Bengaluru keep themselves alive!
Here we go! Their never say die attitude gets them back in the mix! Serving from Pankaj for me! Volleyball world love it! They've come to India and they're getting treated to a brilliant display!
This is match changing right now. We see the energy of Bengaluru totally different. The first 2 sets looking defeated, looking overpowered, looking outplayed, and now with points like this and moments like this, they have a chance to get themselves back in it.
And we haven't even seen them at their best yet for me. Setu serving in that set. Take a bow, Setu-san. At the start, you served your team back into it, and now you have a chance. D. Lee wants to keep the calm, but he wants to keep the confidence as well.
Well, we have a match on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Do not go anywhere. There is so much more volleyball to play. We will be right back.
में आया मैं तो मुझको रोकेगा कौन और कहीं को मेरा मूड में डांस करेगा किसी का डैडी से नहीं डरेगा
Well, now we have a game on our hands. The defenders went 2-0. Now the Torpedoes are back to 2-1. The serving from Setu. One super serve, the difference for me. The unforced errors, still a problem for the Torpedoes. You know where to find the stats. He knows where to find the stats, but find the exclusive stats of the RuPay Prime Volleyball League on www.volleyballworld.com.
Yeah, for me, that set was all about Setu. Starting off with those three aces, those super serves, and getting his team to a 6-0 lead. That is what put the confidence back on the side of Bengaluru. They were able to run their outsides, their middles, and just fight till the very, very end.
Well, Setu starting this fourth set off as we have a look at the trophy, and it's another big serve from Setu early on. The angle man, though, equal to everything. This is going to be some tension, some drama. Setu starting beautifully, though.
The Ahmedabad defenders have to iron out whatever creases they saw. 2 championship points were saved by Bengaluru in that last set. It's not going to be a clean sweep. There's a pep in their step. The Bengaluru Torpedoes must believe they can take this to set number 5. Can they? Will they? Should they? If yes, how? Key Michael, Louilet, tell me. I need answers.
Well, Bengaluru, tough serving changed the game. They allowed some confidence and also good reception so they could run better offense. Already looking a little shaky in the offense on their side.
Yeah, the first pass just a little bit too much of an angle. Vishen would have wanted that a little bit more in front of him. In turn, the knock-on effect is that the set's not in the right place for Avaluch as well. this is another problem, the vulnerability in the pass. They haven't passed as well as we've seen in previous matches.
2-0 to the defenders. They won the first 2 sets, lost the third set. Has squandered away 2 championship points, the defenders. A touch nervous, I thought. This is not an experience for the faint-hearted. Here comes Avaluch. Still in play. A bit of a mess. Very scrappy this rally. Pankaj Sharma keeps it in play for the Ahmedabad defenders. Here comes Engelman. He usually does the job. 3-0 to the defenders. That is a hammer and a half from Angamuthu.
And the problem for the Torpedoes is you can't miss your first 2 side-outs of the set. Avaluch stays real high. It's a really good line in the block and timing. Was there a touch off the antenna? I don't think so. Maybe that provision was a little bit too risky. Going 8 or 9 meters, Pankaj under pressure could only continue to play.
Bring back Svetlin Svetanov, that Bulgarian sniper. That's the man you need to add some drama, to add some edge, some spice, some heat to this contest. Bengaluru still searching for their first point, and they will they won't. A bit of a mess there from Manoj at the net. 3-1 it is.
A bit of luck for Bengaluru there. That ball looked to me as if it was going over. It was overpassed, but again, the rule is you have to wait for the ball to go totally over. You can see Santosh there getting a little bit greedy, hitting his hands in front of the setter, and that's a no-go.
The pass is really worrying for me about the defenders at the moment. It's a little bit wide or it's a little bit tight. They are the best passing team in the league.
Santosh a touch too eager on that occasion, allowing Bengaluru the first point. And they will continue to attack. There is no respite. Mountain Man Manoj seals the deal here so far. 4-1 in this 4th set.
Well, for me, Bengaluru had that 6-point lead to begin, but Ahmedabad has been playing all the volleyball right now.
Yeah, I agree. A little bit vulnerable at times. The tension has certainly been there in the touch, the first pass, and also some of the decision-making and the setting. It hasn't been smooth from the Torpedoes. They relied maybe heavily too much on Setu serving in the previous set.
There's no recycling that ball. Bengaluru looking for some self-belief. The body language is looking a little more positive. There's more hope and bigger. Dakshinamurthy, are you worried?
It's a good point you made about body language. That's a good shot by Pankaj. He's getting his weapons firing, but they have to use that to grow their momentum. After you see them get that point, they're all kind of just walking around. Ahmedabad, when they're scoring a point, they're running around and flying in circles. That's a little bit of a show as to how this set might go.
Ali Raza Avaluch to serve, straight to the libero, chance for Muthuswamy, to Angamuthu, and he deposits it beautifully. Acres of open space for a man like him in zone 1. That is our top-class bike from this superstar.
I'd really love to see the Torpedoes start to dive in a little bit into the angle of Angamuthu. He's had way too much avenues, too many through that area this evening. He hasn't gone to the line as much. It's another big play from the angle man though. He's having a perfect evening, the best I've seen him play in this entire league.
Looks like the defenders have pressed the reset button. They're looking a lot more focused. They lost 2 championship points. They need to close it here. But it will be made difficult by that man, Pankaj Sharma, the skipper of the Bengaluru Torpedoes. He's showing the Torpedoes the way back into this match. Can they take it to 5 sets?
Yeah, they just have to keep their nerve as well. That a little bit shaky, that pass, but still Pankaj doing a great job finding that line, that high ball. He's not in a great position, but he does a great job to get that to the floor.
Pass is still worrying me a lot. One good pass in this set so far. Pankaj now back to serve, and can he work magic that we've seen so many times before? Pankaj with the jumper.
What a great pass. And therefore, almost a great move. Here he comes, Ali Raza Avaluch. Woo!
And you almost forgot he was there. He's a little bit like a secret weapon in that instance because he comes out of the backcourt where he doesn't often get a chance to play.
Very good on the backcourt though, stays very, very high. And it just shows there's been a little bit of a change in the method of V. Lee, making sure that he plays a more traditional style, keeping Avaluch on the backcourt. That means the setters on the front court, maybe a mismatch through the left-hand side at the moment, or a little bit more of a game on between Vishank, and he's on the outside, Nanda, I think, at the moment. Santosh in the pass. Pankaj is serving.
He's the alpha wolf. The libero with the second touch. Still in play, well done by the blockers. They realign themselves. Mujib, Daniel, still in play. Mujib, the double block, still in play. The defenders, here comes Engelman. He hits it just, on the line. Was there a touch of the block? Looks like there was.
Great serving from Pankaj. Engelman, knowing that this ball isn't quite in the same slot as what we've seen before, therefore using the block, and it's really smart because he has the advantage over Setu on that wing. It's off the net, but he knows he's got the height advantage. He can just go off and over all day long if the ball's there.
Again, that ball dying inside, so that's the option. That's kind of all he has there. He's not going to swing big into the block of Mujib. So clever, keeping his efficiency really, really high.
Got set. Not enough for a spike. Here comes the little man. The triple block was there, and the point has been awarded to Bengaluru. 4 touches, said the first referee.
Game on, they've started to serve. Pankaj got the ball rolling. Now they're cooking. Dakshinamurti having a few thoughts to himself, and Neely passing on the knowledge of years and an Olympic gold medal to his team to try and get them out of this one.
It's a little unnerving that the points of Bengaluru are coming from an error like that, but they'll take them any way they can get them.
5. You're watching, don't blink. Great serve once again. Pipe attack. Wait to Abaluch, will not work. Oh, he was caught napping Abaluch there behind the 3-meter line in zone 1. You've got to be more alert, more switched on.
And you can plan for a lot of things in this game, but I don't think they had a plan for this bump set between 5 and 6. It was a bit of a variable play, and they didn't quite know how to play it in the end, and Abaluch gets caught backwards. There's no block.
Yeah, that's the thing. The blocker's going to pull off when the attack is coming from so far off the net, but the defenders then have a lot of responsibility.
7-5 in this 4th set. Not a bad serve at all. Vaishak. Boom, Setu! That is an absolute sizzler from Setu. He could script the next season of Big Bang Theory.
They're cooking now, aren't they? 1-on-1 on the outside. Nice wide set. It's getting better over time, but have they got enough time this evening, the Torpedoes? Setta's very much coming to the forefront of the game by Shank. Good width, beautiful bit of work.
Targeting Mutu as well on that right side. That mismatch we talk about a lot. But again, Setu not one of the bigger hitters, so he has to find ways.
What's the dialogue right now? What are Ahmedabad thinking? Are they thinking what if? Or are they saying we can? Yes, we can! For as long as Daniel Motazetti is on court, that message will be yes, we can seal it in 4 sets. 8-6 to the Ahmedabad defenders as we head into a very nervous Amul Cool technical timeout. Back in just a bit, stay tuned. Claiming points. And it's gone Bengaluru's way, scores level. Would you believe it?
The defense all day long out of Bengaluru there, slowing down Engamutu 2-3 times in a row. Man!
Mitton, what a dig, maybe the unsung hero for me, the libero, but then the set wasn't in the right place, and Abaluch had to do something with it. And what did he do? Just like Engamutu did earlier on, he used his height to out-bully Santosh, I think, on the right side. Brilliant decision-making at that moment, under that pressure.
It's 8-8. Anything can happen in this set. I think anything can and anything will.
Anything's possible at the RuPay Prime Volleyball League. Ahmedabad feeling the heat just a little bit. Oh, Manoj wasn't there. He'll try again. Vaishak or Pankaj. The block was there! One man can do the job. Was it Angamuttu? It doesn't matter. 9-8 to Ahmedabad. They're back.
That's a real dagger into the Torpedoes at this time. They're just starting to get momentum, and then their main man gets roofed. It's Mutu, and he just dives back into the line. Really late with the arms. Genius
That's bold. That's so bold out of Mutu because he opened up that gap between him and the other blocker, but he took a bet on himself. He won.
Such a battle of nerves this. Here comes Abaluch and the double block. Is Santosh and Manoj. It takes two to tango. And they're doing the happy dance, the Ahmedabad defenders.
Avaluch looks a little bit worried. He's asking for the sweat patch to be dried up as we have a look. Brilliant blocking. Manoj, we haven't seen him a lot since the first set. He was deadly. But have a look, Santosh, Dakshinamurti. They know it's close.
A 2-point lead. It's a race to 15 with a 2-point gap. Ahmedabad 5 points away with a 2-point lead now. They won the first 2 sets, allowed the Torpedoes to storm back, losing the third set, missing out on 2 championship points. Ahmedabad looked a little more switched on in this set. Here he comes, the captain, still in play. Ahmedabad, boom! Still in play. Look at the movement. Pankaj will try! He will succeed! Or not? Point to Ahmedabad, they want to review it. Straight away, David Lee says we want to take a look at it again.
That ball, I think, is so far out of play. We're going to have another look. Pankaj isn't so happy, but I think he's just absolutely hammered that block out. And D. Lee's getting stuck in down courtside with the second referee.
Problem is, again, only 3 challenges per set, and Pankaj is a little bit furious, or 3 per match, excuse me. He's furious that if he has to use one here on what he thinks should have been an obvious call, and we'll find out. We will get a chance to see it. But that's tough if it's a ball that you think is so obviously your point, and then you have to waste a challenge.
A wasted challenge at this time could be costly, but it's better than going another point down for Delhi and Bengaluru. The time is running out here. Their pass hasn't quite been there. The setting hasn't quite been there at times, and for that man and the other co-owners, it's nerve-wracking to sit and watch with no control.
Oh, the question is whether or not Pankaj touched it on the way through.
Oh.
After the block, did it hit him?
Game changer.
Maybe his arm, maybe it's his arm,
Not for
maybe
me.
it is, maybe it's the jersey, a flicker of the jersey, of the sleeve. Is it? Such a key moment in this final.
For me, there's no touch, and also I'm basing that a little bit on the response of Pankaj. He was so confident as he put his hands up, and he said, oh, go ahead and challenge it, because he assumed that his point would go his way.
Question is there enough conclusive evidence to overturn? That's the decision that Bian Schutz has to make.
For me, there's no touch there on Pankaj. It's off the block, out of bounds. Good from Manoj. Look at the shapes in the block. Trying to get everything back inside to the middle. He just got beaten slightly for speed. This is getting closer. Is there a touch? The thing is, his sleeve started to move before the ball went past. So for me, there's no evidence, there's no touch on the arm.
Yes, it's gone Bengaluru's way. Very, very good review from David Lee. Thumbs up from Pankaj Sharma. I wonder what he's talking about now. It's gone your way, focus. Go back and play. Mr. D.G. Chaudhary, one of the co-owners of the Ahmedabad Defenders. The Purple Brigade is here as well. Tuhin Mishra, the owners of the Bengaluru Torpedoes.
Big substitution. Svetanov's coming in to serve for Jishnu. We haven't seen Svetanov for a while now, but we know that he has an aggressive serve. A chance to put the defenders' passing unit under a bit of pressure. Started this competition so well, Svetanov, scoring so many points at a high efficiency. But as the lead went on, the efficiency dropped a little bit, and it's into the net for Svetanov. It's a slow arm. The toss was a little bit too much in front of him as he tried to unleash, and he's straight back out for Jishnu. All the things going against the defenders at the moment.
The sniper has drawn blanks tonight. 11-9. The Torpedoes have 1 review left.
That sums up a lot of the evening as well, hasn't it?
Mr. Dakshinamurti, the coach of the Ahmedabad Defenders, still has 3 reviews remaining. 11-9. Will they need them? Shot set. One-man block wasn't going to work. Manoj, a bit lonely. He needs friends in the high places.
Very, gutsy to use the middle there, but again, we've talked about it a lot. On a good pass, the middle is able to get involved. He takes a big swing against the open arms of Menage and takes a bet on himself.
Passing's coming back at the right time. My word, Dakshinamurti is a brave man. Always a brave man.
All guts for all the glory. Mr. Dakshinamurti is throwing caution to the winds. They lead by 1. They want to lead by 3. Bengaluru serving. If they receive well, they could get a chance to spike first. Aliraza Abaluch. Muthuswamy for Angamuthu. He hits it out. I cannot believe this. Tell me it's not true. Angamuthu hits it out. Bengaluru win the super point. Who writes these scripts?
Pressure is a funny thing. He hasn't put a foot wrong all evening. And Keith, talk us through this one because it's a great serve from Abaluch.
Solid serve down the line, just a float, just enough. And everybody in the world in the stadium knew that ball was going there. The two blockers are perfectly placed for a big stuff. They're forcing him on that angle. That's credit to them.
And because of the line serve, it made it very difficult for the rhythm of Muthu and Angamuthu to work together. It was enough to knock the angle man out of rhythm.
Same thing down the line again. Another chance. This time, he does not miss.
Question is, there's no super points left now. It's a side-out game to 15. Angleman goes exactly back on the same angle into the cross court, but this time past the block. Maybe the defense would have wanted to get a touch on that, but we won't know. The replay didn't play. Harsh has come on. He's a service substitution. Could make a difference.
12 apiece. Remember, in the knockouts, you need a difference of 2. Dakshinamurti was a brave man to call for the super point. Angamuthu should have finished it, but that moment is gone. Boom! That is a magnificent strike to take Bengaluru into the lead in this 4th set. David Lee believes, Bengaluru believe, Ahmedabad a touch nervous.
We talk about Svedinov so much, but Pankaj one-on-one, we see him go back to the line, now he goes into the angle, great decision. He is phenomenal, consistent, you can give him a clutch.
Well, let's see how his nerve handles being at the service line. We've seen him in this role before, and he's come up with the goods, super serves in big moments. Oof.
Pankaj. Muthu. Boom! Still in play. Great defense from Bengaluru. They'll try again. No, that second touch wasn't great. Ahmedabad will have another chance. The libero for Muthu. Daniel now tried a little soft touch. Did not work. Bengaluru. Hey. No. No, Setu, no. That's probably the first mistake he's made all night long.
I think so, but have a look again. The defenders, they're not playing as aggressively at the moment, but their error count is still less. It's exactly the same. 17 unforced errors on cue for the Torpedoes.
Will they look back at this match and rue those unforced errors, or can they make amends? There's still time. They lost the first 2 sets, stormed back by winning the 3rd set. In the 4th set, they are competing. And how? Oh, star-looking serve that, trusting his defense. Done the job. Oh, almost. Chance again. Shot set. Libero. Muthu. Angamuthu. Oh, yes! Mujib the magician with the middle block. That is a delicious block. What's happening to Angamuthu? The wheels have come off.
You're exactly right when you called that. That serve was to pay dividends to the blocking of Ahmedabad, but instead it is Bengaluru who are really disciplined at the net in that occasion.
It's a game of inches, and I think Angamuthu taking so much pace off the serve gave enough back to the passing unit of the Torpedoes.
Net point to take this to the 5th set. Super serve! We are going to the 5th set! We are going to the 5th set! This final is going to set number 5! What have you done, Bengaluru? You have stunned Ahmedabad into silence. Forget about the first 2 sets. The Bengaluru Torpedoes have stormed back. Ahmedabad cannot believe it.
What is it about this league? It always delivers at key times. It's unbelievable. unbelievable. We've seen it before on big points. Mujib, he did it against the Calicut Heroes. Served his team back into the game. They've done it again. The two big servers.
Well, this match continues to deliver the drama. It is 2 sets apiece. I'm back.
Well, it's really unbelievable. The Torpedoes come back to 2-2. The spiking, yes, the unforced errors, many more, but their aggressive serving does the job. This is a typical David Lee comeback. Heart, desire, and serving.
You can head over to volleyballworld.com to get the exclusive stats, but most of those unforced errors were in the first couple of sets, 3 sets. So that last set, they really held them down. And also for me, it was Ahmedabad who really were just using Angamutu. There was no one else, the star of that show. Pankaj and Ali Reza Abanovic on the other side were kind of sharing the load for Bengaluru.
And they need to get Daniel back in the game, Manoj back in the game. We haven't seen the middles that often. We said that in the preview. The middles had to run and they had to win that one. And maybe there's some pressure on the serves. Bengaluru starting to thrive with a little bit of joy, but there's a lot of drama left yet.
The Torpedoes come from a city that has great weather. They saw overcast conditions in the first 2 sets, and now the sun is shining nice and bright on David Lee's face. The Torpedoes are now in purple hot form. They made a purple patch. Great serve once again. Angamoto. Justin. Or maybe he got a wipe. He needs to believe. Forget about what he did in the last 2 sets. Don't worry about those mistakes.
He's so reliable from that zone, really from any zone. A couple of mistakes here and there, but he's the man that has been the star of the show for Ahmedabad and continues to do so.
They can't rely on him too heavy though. They need to get others back in the game. That stems from the past, yes, but we'd like to see Daniel Mogazelli and Manoj back in.
Not a bad serve. Here comes Ali Raza Abaluch, who will hit it outside to give the Ahmedabad defenders a 1-point lead in the 5th and final set. Ahmedabad, are they still ruining the fact that they let 2 championship points go in that third set? Is that going to cost them the title? We'll find out.
Well, that ball for me, I think, was a little bit inside, and that's why it was dragged out. The ball's just falling on the left shoulder, therefore directed out of play. Not too much pressure on that man, he just needs a better set in the right spot.
In Muthusamy Appavu, the Ahmedabad defenders have the best setter in the tournament, and they need him to activate his air game. The middle blocker absolutely smashes it. That is an absolute missile from the middle blocker. 2 apiece in the 5th set. Jishnu, well done.
Pankaj stepping in, that ball coming off, slipping off the net, but he's not going to let it drop, giving the middle an opportunity to run a really fast, quick, high offense. Very nicely done by Bengaluru.
The pass is coming from the Torpedoes, the serve is coming from the Torpedoes, and that's going to delight the elite.
Muthusamy. Boom! Stunning the Torpedoes into silence with an absolute asteroid that came from zone 4.
That's 3 sets in a row, I think, to zone 4 from Muthusamy. So he has to be careful at some point to start getting the middle in. Otherwise, it's going to be a little bit predictable. Pressure means safety sometimes in this game. Safety is the outside.
Daniel Motasedi is at the heart of that defense. And he's ensured that Pankaj hits it out wide. A 2-point lead. It was safe to, in fact, or was it? This is all frenetic, fast and furious and fantastic.
Well, a heavy swing from Pankaj. He's shaking his head. I don't think he got a touch on that. He's looking for it, though. He's looking for fingertips, and that's exactly what's important. He's not going to swing directly down into the block at the very least.
2-point lead in the 5th and final set. Bengaluru. Pankaj. Somehow still in play. Not in position, and somehow they eked out a point. Oh, the defenders just took their eyes off the ball just a little bit. Bengaluru are questioning it. Will they review it? They've got just 1 review left. Remember, they've got just 1 review left. David Lee still thinking. You've got only 8 seconds.
Angamuthu looks guilty. He didn't celebrate, and you look at his face now, looking inquisitively on what's going on. I think they've got a case. We haven't seen it either, but just looking at Angamuthu, wasn't celebrating. Wow.
Because there's just 1 review left. You might need it in the clutch moments. Let's find out what happened.
Well, that's how the play ended, but it was a net touch against Angamuthu that the point was decided on.
Yeah, you can see Ali pointing at Angamuthu, but it's gone.
5-2, 3-point lead. Ali Raza Abaluch trying to make amends. The cover is there, but not good enough. Slight confusion in the rack now. That's been a problem with Ahmedabad. They've looked a bit brittle mentally, psychologically, perhaps taking their eyes off the ball, not focusing well enough. This is a big final. You need to be at your absolute best.
Well, yes and no, because for me, a couple times in a row, they've gotten lucky by pulling their hands away. They're trying to force Pankaj to swing out, but he knows it now, so he's playing the game right back at them.
5-3. The defenders in this 5th set, they won the first 2, lost their way a little bit. Looking for a comeback now. Bengaluru have the momentum. Ali Raza Abaluch with the serve. Muthusamy Appavu sets it for Daniel. Oh, the libero. Well done. He's been one of the heroes. An error gives the defenders a 3-point lead in this finals. Oh, it's getting hotter.
Brilliant note from Midhun. There's still a little story there that they're unwilling to let the ball hit the floor in any situation. I think Setu didn't quite get his feet behind the ball setting, therefore pushed through with 1 hand more than the other, being called for a double.
Here's that first ball. Muthu doing a great job of keeping it out of the net. He's been really saving their reception a little bit this whole match.
And they did get the middle in. It's exactly what we're calling for, because he's not relying on going to the outsides.
Here's a number for you. 20 unforced errors from Bengaluru. Is that going to cost them? Turns down. Ahmedabad. Daniel. Blocked. Once. Muthu. Boom! Take that! Put that on your plate. Oh, not again. He will try again. He's still in play. What a rally this has been. This is nerve jangling stuff. Mujib the magician. The middle blocker. Icy cool. This is thrilling.
What a time to bring the middle in transition. We've hardly seen it. We've hardly seen that man either. But come in the big moments, dig. Hidden. 2 in a row.
So Ahmedabad are already turned around and they're celebrating. They think the point is done and dusted, but Bengaluru not giving up, showing some really aggressive fighting spirit, and wow, it pays off.
This is nail-biting from both teams. What a final we've had so far. 6-4. Pankaj Sharma, the leader, the chief executive. They look at him. He's the fulcrum of this attack and he's hit it outside. I cannot believe it. Oh, the margin for error is so little in this sport. 7-4 to the Ahmedabad defenders.
It's all good. There's still so much time, Manish, as you have your head in your hands to the left of me. There's still time to be aggressive and get the pump on from behind the service line. Big moment this one though. Next person up serving is renowned for having a ferocious jump serve. Can he nail it is the question.
No,
It's
is the
contagious.
answer.
It's contagious. This virus is contagious. Where's the vaccine, Louis?
Pressure. It's just pressure. I don't know if there's a vaccine for pressure. Deep breaths, focus on the process. Bengaluru are right in this with the service line they have. Muchi, we've seen it plenty of times, has served them back into games.
Ahmedabad have looked a lot more nervous since set 3. Daniel Motazetti never feels the nerves. He's the turn on court. He wants to rule this kingdom, King Daniel. And he's given his team a 3-point lead as we head into a very nervy Amul Cool technical timeout. Don't you go anywhere.
Welcome back to the RuPay Prime Volleyball League. It is all happening here. We're in the 5th set. It's 8-5 to Ahmedabad. But here is a look at the A23 Fantasy Leaderboard. Nanda, the pocket rocket, right there on top. And he's been really impressive so far in this match. He's got 8 points, but for me, it's been the Angamutu show. By and far, 14 points for him, but Daniel getting back into it in the 5th set. We said how important that was.
You know, once again, in the semi-finals, we saw Angamutu win the Player of the Match award, but it was Daniel Motazetti who won them the big moments. They want a repeat act of that semi-final. This is the man that can seal the deal. He's the one who can take them closer to that trophy. Willie, Monty, a question that shall be answered in the next 15 minutes. Just checking rotation before they start serving. The Ahmedabad defenders have a 3-point lead. Daniel will not make a mistake with his serve. Here they come, Setu! 8-6, 8-6. This match is progressing like a yo-yo.
Very nice hang from Setu. He's basically in the air for a split second extra. He's targeting Mutu in the air as he's on his way down. Clever move.
Knowing farewell that they've tried to withdraw their hands at times, tried to play games. He knows that he's got the one-up over the blocker at the moment. Big moments from the service line now. Service on to the receiver. Nanda, Santosh on the wing, brings them one closer to glory.
Another sizzler from Santosh, the number 9. A spike from 9. Is very, very fine. Ooh, I loved it. Ooh, Ahmedabad loved it. Bengaluru didn't. 9-6 it is.
Santosh, one of the young and really, really impressive players so far, getting past a 3-man block.
Middle blocker, this time has been blocked. Oh then, What happened? Ahmedabad have 3 reviews left, remember, and they will go for it. Dakshinamurthy, the coach of the Ahmedabad defenders, has said, this is when I pull out that review card.
Crazy, because Manoj turned around and started to pull his jersey, so it looks like he's admitted to the touch of the net, and Dakshinamurthy said it's okay, we'll use a review anyway. Maybe I'm wrong, but crazy to look down there and see the body language.
Yeah, I feel like one of the most important parts, and we talk about this all season, is trusting your players in these moments. These reviews are like gold. You have to treat them as such. Look in the eyes of your players, ask them the question, and then trust them.
The only other question I can ask, maybe he's doing it to slow down the game, maybe he's doing it to put a bit more pressure on the next serve from the Torpedoes. Was there a net touch is the question.
Oh, that's tough. That's tough to call. Either way, that was a cover, so even if this review goes the way of Ahmedabad, it should be a replayed ball because the whistle blew before the ball touched the floor.
Absolutely. Was there a net touch is the question. Manoj thought it was the shirt as well. Maybe Dakshinamurthy saw it all with his eagle eye. The net's not really moving.
Interesting from that angle. I wonder if maybe it's Angamutu's arm. So I'm not seeing Manoj. Yeah, that looks like a touch for me on the net.
It looks like it's going to go the way of the Torpedoes. They need every little bit of luck and momentum they can get. If it does go their way, they still have to make breaks. They still have to bring some power from behind the service line. I think that's going the Torpedoes' way, but who knows? We've had some close ones through the RuPay Prime Volleyball League, and this might be another one.
It's tough to tell from that angle. Angamutu's in the way of the arm of Manoj. Go, we'll have another look at it.
This is our best one.
I think
For me, the net moves just a little bit after that arm. I'm going to say yes, touch, but we'll leave it up to Bobby.
I'm going yes, touch as well.
Oh, it's gone Ahmedabad's way. Review successful. They saved these reviews for these moments. They now have a 4-point lead, the defenders.
So now the question is, the ball should be replayed because there was a cover after the block, whether or not there was a touch in the net. There we go.
Well, the defenders were arguing the case, thinking they should get the point, but it's clearly a let due to the pancake. This shows, Key, that minding your eyesight isn't, working out for us up here in the commentary box. And it's a replay of the point and let.
And so I'll go back to 9-6 in just a couple of seconds. Yes, it has. Fair call. 9-6 it is. Or have Ahmedabad just escaped a bit of embarrassment. A bit of luck going their way anyhow. 9-6. The point will be replayed. Every point worth its weight in gold. Muthusamy Appovu serves. A set now. Captain keeps it in play. The libero with the second dart. Here comes Angamuthu. Has been blocked. Ooh, the brittleness of the defenders in the clutch moments. 9-7 it is.
I'm loving Setu here because he sees the blockers and he decides to challenge Mutu. It's great defense from Mutu. But how many times has Setu played offense and then they've gone and made a transition block? It's not about killing the ball all the time, just adding pressure.
That great block out of Bengaluru. They have to shut down Angamutu, and it doesn't matter if it's the first attack, the second, or the third. There are 2 blockers up on him, and there should be every single time.
Especially at the key times, Mutu always goes to Angamutu, doesn't he? Always.
This is a test of nerves. Who has more belief? Who can have the upper hand, the edge? Great serve once again. Muthusamy Appovu for Angleman. He loves it more from zone 4. Not so much from 2. Zone 4 is where he could build an estate for himself.
And I love that set as well. Even though it's off the net, have a look at the speed, the precision. It's a little bit inside, but Angamutu can do what he wants with that height, and he is firing on all cylinders.
And for me, Mutu's had a ridiculously good game this evening, the sector. If you keep using the middle now, they're going to go the whole way to glory.
Keep receiving well, although at this point, Ahmedabad serving. They've avoided the error. Here we go. Nice shot for Pankaj. Oh, Bengaluru almost made a mess of it. Pankaj, the cover was there. Muthu, pipe attack. Oh, he's still in play. Well done, Midun. Once again, that goes out. A 4-point lead for the defenders. They are 4 points away from glory.
I'd like to have another look at this one because Pankaj tipped twice in a row. I feel like he's got to get feasting on the ball a little bit more towards the end. He's tipped his way around, and now, just here the second one, it's too tight. Of course he has to tip it. That one's not his problem. The first two touches are.
Guess what? Bengaluru have no reviews left.
Oh my word.
It doesn't matter.
Do you think that's it?
I've just been told they have one review left. We were all losing the plot, aren't we? It's been that kind of final.
Things all going Ahmedabad's way, and I think David Lee was asking questions of that tip throw from the backcourt, but it doesn't matter. We're moving on. This is what they are playing for. This trophy is up for grabs. If Ahmedabad can finish 4 points, it's going to be theirs.
Who will it be? The Ahmedabad defenders or the Bengaluru Torpedoes? Ahmedabad beat Calicut. Bengaluru beat the defending champions, the Kolkata Thunderbolts.
As defenders were cheering, they know they're close, but they can't get complacent. Oh! Super serve! At the key time!
He's almost in tears. Angamuthu is almost in tears. Lady Luck smiles at Ahmedabad. They are 3 points away from a golden moment. The victory sign is up already, but wait, don't count.
Well, it's a bit
Too soon.
What a moment to get a super serve, and that one that dribbles off the net. It is a nightmare for anyone on Bengaluru's team. There's nothing you can do. Nothing.
And every one of those little things have gone against them. Oh, does Lightning strike twice here? It's another flat serve. Midden does well to get the ball into a good zone. Pankaj gets aggressive. It's exactly what he's needed to do after tipping the last few. And no surprise he scores. Super serves needed. Super points needed.
Aggressive moment from Pankaj. Is it too little too late as he gets a big swing down the middle between the blockers? Bengaluru, for me, have had spurts and fits of everything going their way, but Ahmedabad looking really, really strong.
Oh,
Do we have a super serve
That's
here?
an error for sure. To me, that landed outside. Surely that went outside. Or has it been given inside? Ahmedabad have to review it. We're very close to where that ball landed. To me, that's out unless I got it wrong. Decision has not been made. Wait. They'll take a look. Lines judge has gone across to the first referee. Both teams nervous.
This is everything that this last 5 weeks have been about. The drama, the turnarounds, the tension. It comes every evening as we go to a referee review.
This is the right call for me. The referees shouldn't force David Lee to use his last review on this, because if it goes in, 2 points to them. If it's out,
That's out. That's out for me. That is out for me for sure.
Oh my word.
To me, that's out.
we gotta get closer.
I thought it was
closer.
Guys, I think it's out. It's got to be advantage Ahmedabad. If it is, it's championship point. 6 of those.
Well, it is so close. You need a Hawkeye vision to know if that were in or out.
It's got to be out. Just out, I reckon. Pian Schultz has just walked up to the first referee. The referees are in conference. There's no decision. Muthusaami Appavu gets in as well. So much at stake. It's a bit of a huddle there between the players and the reps. Still looking. This point is worth its weight in gold platinum, diamond.
For me, if this is in, they have a chance. If it's out, it's game over.
It's so
Everything hanging on the weight of the referees.
This match is on the edge of a razor blade. Calm down, says the second referee. To me, that's out for sure. That's out for me. I can see a bit of a blue strip between the ball and the white line. However, my opinion counts for nothing. It's been given to Ahmedabad. 14-8. That means that defenders have 6 championship points.
Well, you knew this was coming. A super point called by Bengaluru. They have to do it. A last-ditch effort to stay in this match.
Championship points. 14-8. Ahmedabad to serve. Here we go. Could this be the golden moment? They missed out on 2 championship points in the third set. They've got 6 in the fifth. Here we go. Could this be it? Not yet. Not yet. Bengaluru stay alive. Bengaluru stay alive. 4 more. A super point going to Bengaluru. It's 14-10.
And big swing in the middle. Important against Daniel, but you know how many nerves are out there for this team. Both these teams, everything on the line right now.
Should he go for a super point? I reckon that he shouldn't. They got 4. Why risk it?
They've already used the super points. There is no super point left.
14-10. This could be it. Libro. Motto. Angleman. Does it? Bengaluru are on top of the world. They are champions of the world. They have the golden moment. Bengaluru have made a mess of it. Ahmedabad are on top of the world. They have done it in 5 sets. This is a magic moment for the defenders. A moment they will not forget forever.
What a match for this team. They had everything going their way all season long. They were strong. They fought. They had a record to be enviable. And now, fighting back to the fifth. What a game.
You've got to feel for the Torpedoes. They fought valiantly. The heart and the desire and the system built by D. Lee. Incredible. But thanks to Morty this evening. He set up perfectly. No errors in those opening 2 sets really. Put the pressure on the Torpedoes. And in the end, that was plentiful. The angle man had a wonderful evening. But Mutu Sami, for me, made the right options, the right choices at the right times, and was rewarded for the bravery. Maybe it was the bravery that was just lacking at the start for the Torpedoes, but you have to feel for them.
The Ahmedabad defenders are the champions of season 2 of the RuPay Prime Volleyball League. The Damda defenders are joyful. This is a sweet victory. They missed out the last year. This time they've gone 1 step further. The Ahmedabad defenders are loving it. This is a roar from the giants of Gujarat. The beautiful sound of victory is being heard across Gujarat and India. The Ahmedabad defenders take the trophy. This golden moment belongs to the Ahmedabad defenders.